It is the world's tallest and longest aircraft, dwarfing everything else in sight. And the Airlander 10 doesn't even need a proper runway to take off. Filled with helium, this vast vessel will soon be able to carry cargo and people. Inside the cockpit, the controls are a mixture of airship and plane, both of which David Burns is used to piloting.
It's a very pleasant ride because the engines are very far away. The engines at the back are some 70 metres behind the cabin, and the engines at the front here are up round the side, so you can't hear them again. So all you hear is some wind noise. And if you're flying, if there's any turbulence or a rough windy day, for instance, it's all a very gentle motion.
The dimensions of the Airlander 10 show why it'll be easy to spot in the skies. At 92 metres long and just over 43 metres wide, it's larger than the biggest passenger aircraft currently flying, the Airbus A380. That's 73 metres long with a wingspan of 80 metres. But both are far smaller than the ill-fated Hindenburg class of airships built by Germany in the 1930s. Back then, and when this hangar was at the centre of the UK's airship industry, the balloons would be filled with flammable hydrogen. Now it's helium, making them safer and easier to manoeuvre. When this is airbound, it will use about a third as much fuel as a regular big aircraft. It also has the potential to stay up in the air for weeks on end. The aircraft was originally commissioned for the US military to carry out surveillance work in Afghanistan. But the project was abandoned before the aircraft was used, and the designers brought it back to Britain to modify and rebuild it, adapting it so surveillance work might not be its only use.
It can land on water, it can land on ice and snow and grass, deserts, and this means it can go anywhere and take heavy loads and people from point to point. So the most amazing thing it can do to start with is help in disasters.
Test flights will start later this year. Hey! Then the engineering team is hoping the sky will be the limit. Emma Hayward, Al Jazeera in Bedfordshire.